I don't think that students are getting the depth of knowledge that they should be getting from higher education because we're trying to give them too much at the same time.
Yeah, and that's when you get into trying to cram and not really take in the information properly.
Exactly.
It's too much all at once.
It's
especially
too much
if it's
all
not
at
similar
once.
classes.
It's exactly. Yeah. And it's too much, and then they try to figure out what they can do to get by minimally.
Mm.
But that's not what higher education should be about. It should be about a deeper knowledge. It should really be about cultivating that thirst for deeper knowledge.
Yeah.
And more expansive thinking. People use critical thinking all the time, but I think it's more about expansive thinking, multiple perspectives and ideologies and understanding theory and concept and what it means and integrating that into our thoughts and the way we move through the world, not just I'm going to learn this, take the test, 2 weeks later I couldn't pass the test. Kind of that's not that's like it's kind of a working class methodology to start to stratify people depending upon what they gain from college. Because some of the students that I've had, I would never hire them in a million years. I'm just being, I have friends that I would never hire or work with. Right. Yeah. So like, to me, I've been like telling my students, this is the last stop before you're out into the work world. And you thought this was a lot of work, you thought, because
it's nothing but work after this.
It is nothing but work. It's so bizarre because this online classes, they do really kind of operate. If you've ever had a corporate job where you're like, 250 emails to go through every day, just the bombardment. Back in the day, we had voicemail and everything. And if I tell the students, if y'all can't keep up with this, you are going to be burned and eaten alive. It is.
What made you get into teaching?
Well, I was
even college kids.
You know what? I was a corporate recruiter, and I recruited at universities. I did like interview schedules. I came and, did that kind of thing for those management training rotational programs where, they have a cohort of new employees that fresh out of college, either master's level or there's some bachelor's, but I really focus on MBAs. They would move through the different business units in this 1 year period and learn all the different business units. And then they would find what they really liked or what clicked with them. I would go to these prestigious universities like USC and UCLA, because at the time I was working out of San Francisco. And I would go to the career fairs. That was part of the job. And students did not know how to present themselves to recruiters.
It's not just students, it's professionals.
Absolutely.
I get people trying to coach me, like some recruiters trying to coach me, and I'm like, I know how to do interviews. Like, I've been doing this for a while. And they'll say like the most basic things, which let me know like people are out there doing some really weird things.
Yeah, so my thing was like, we got a little turn here. Okay, so and this is my mentality as a recruiter is I felt like higher ed was failing students because they might have some book knowledge, but they don't know how to interact with the recruiter. They don't know how to write a resume. It was just, I would be honest with them. And I said, like, this resume right here, if I got this in the office, it would go right in the trash. I said, I would not hand I remember saying this to a young person. I would not hand these resumes out to anyone here. It is going in the trash. You need to rethink that. So then I was like, maybe how could I fix this? How could I contribute to this? So teaching was a conduit for me to be able to reach them with life skills, to have a captive audience. Of course I like the topic and the subject matter of sociology. Absolutely. But I really wanted to get in there and help them. So I started, when I came here to LA, I left my corporate job. I didn't have a job here. I hustled for a long time. I did payday loans. I started writing grants like doing as a grant writer, which is a lot of work. You know, that's how I got into the community college system.
Okay.
Then I got hired to run a GED prep program at a college. And then I started picking up classes at different colleges. So it just all snowballed, but it all started with that seed of like, oh, what are they going to do? I need to help these young people out somehow. So part of my curriculum has always been life skills, has always been talking about, you know, resumes and helping students with personal statements and that kind of thing, and which I find very fulfilling.